Truth occurs. The truth occurs.
Hi everyone. I thought I'd address the question of the upcoming pole shift and a possible cataclysm. This is from abovetopsecret.com. Urgent. Comet Elenin is the reason for FEMA stocking up on supplies. It's a bit alarming, that the comet is coming into our orbit and might hit the Earth. It could be catastrophic, and that FEMA is getting ready for this, stocking up on all kinds of things. And this is a video about some guy talking about, the polar shift coming and the economy collapsing, and again, it's all very alarming. This had come up in January, right around when all the birds and fish were dying, and then there was a pole shift. Some people were thinking that maybe the birds and fish were dying because of the pole shift. As they mention in this article, though, National Geographic News report describes as a gradual shift of the Earth's magnetic pole at least 40 miles a year toward Russia because of magnetic changes in the core of the planet. And also, apparently, this airport has had to make adjustments several times because there's been a lot of shifting going on. This airport is just in a particular place where, in the old movies where you see the guys out at sea and their compass starts to spin, because they're in a particular place where that could happen. That it's just because that airport's in that particular place, so it's sensitive to this kind of stuff. And apparently this has happened many times, so it's not the first time. The poles are shifting. It's like an ongoing thing. It's not like a thing that's going to happen overnight. Now, I'm a veteran truther and, paranoid conspiracy nut, and I've seen a lot of these things, come by from time to time in the alternative media. I mean, there's Nibiru, Planet X, which is not over. There's the pole shift. There's the Mayan calendar, us going through the galactic plane, Hopi prophecy, and also Bible prophecy. It all lines up with us being at the end of some kind of an age, and that we're going to enter into a very turbulent period, and a lot of these things are going to happen. Just don't get all freaked out about it and alarmed. Fear is a big tool of the New World Order, as I've mentioned before, and keeping you in a state of constant fear really serves to help the New World Order. It's like it gets your bad vibe on. And you know how they say bad things come in threes? Well, it's because a bad thing happens to you and you get all in a bad vibe, and then some more bad things happen to you, like you'll hit your head on the edge of a cupboard. So the more we stay in a state of fear, fear being the opposite of love, the worse the vibe is in general. And I know I sound like a hippie, but the lower our vibrations are, and it really disempowers us, and it detracts us spiritually, So these things may happen. That's not a reason to go and hide under your bed and chew your nails, or stay in your closet with your survival supplies. Although it is a good idea to have some supplies if in the event that there's any kind of catastrophe. It's always better to be prepared. And by the way, you can get survival supplies at my friend Jim's site, which is ultimatesurvivalsupplies.com. And no, I wasn't paid to say that. So it's a good idea, to stock up somewhat, but don't think that your survival supplies are going to save you in the event of the, apocalypse. I mean, if it's like an apocalypse of biblical proportions, well, then it's biblical. I mean, would you want to survive the apocalypse anyway? After that, it's going to be like The Road, People are going to be eating each other and living in cellars. And you remember in the movie The Road when they find this underground thing with all that food in it and there's nobody in there, and then they go down there, eat some pineapple, and they can't even stay there because people are hunting them down and they want to kill them? Well, that's probably what it would be like. You can't just wait it out. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's good to prepare, but maybe you're gonna, your house is gonna get hit by an earthquake, and all your gold and silver and your freeze-dried supplies, you're not gonna get to use them anyway. So it's good to prepare, but don't get your heart set on a certain outcome. When all goes down, your silver coins and your freeze-dried food aren't gonna save you. You have to get right with God. Look, all I'm saying is no one knows the hour and the day. Clearly, we're heading into a very amazing period, in history. A very special time that we live in. We're kind of privileged in a way. And we need to let go of the fear. A lot of things are going to happen. Yeah, you can prepare short term, but what's more important is that you're prepared internally and spiritually. And in the meantime, don't forget to appreciate what you do have, people that are in your life that you can exchange love with, even strangers. Just in a momentary interaction with somebody, you can exchange love, and it's the most incredible thing in the world. And that was always the most important thing that Jesus said was love one another. You know, I'm not a saint. You know, none of us are. But I do know that what's really important is that we love one another and not give in to the fear. It's a very powerful tool of the New World Order, as I've said many times. Love one another. Remember that we're all one. When you meet somebody, take that opportunity to exchange love with them. Send them love. Don't hide in your closet with your freeze-dried food and wait to, you know, sit out the apocalypse in there. Be here in the present now. This is where you are. You're not in the apocalypse yet. Don't forget to be here now. And don't forget to love one another. Well, thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.
Truth the girls.